What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and this is your Everton against Manchester City match preview. A game that unbelievably actually means something. I'm shocked to say that, bearing in mind how poor we've been at home this season. And Carlo did say that Europe was going to go down to the last game of the season, but he wasn't joking. How are you, John?
I'm good, mate. You?
I'm good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
I knew.
Yeah, brilliant.
I was just going to say it'd be better to see you in the flesh, but fuck that, I won't. Brilliant. Thinking about that, nah, you're all right.
Brilliant. Everton go into the game off the back of a 1-0 win at home against Wolves. First half was a poor performance. Second half certainly got better. Gylfi Sigurdsson having a few shots, and obviously we scored a good header through with Charlison. But what are you thinking about when it comes to Manchester City then, John?
Well, yeah, listen, if the Everton that turns up against Sheffield United turn up, then we can kiss Europe goodbye. If we get the Everton who played, a lot better in the second half the other night, then we've got half a chance. But listen, we're also relying on other results. Quite rightly, as you say there, Carlo did say it go down to the wire, and it's good to go into the final game, as I said the other night on the match reaction, Michael. Over the years gone by, we've been used to these last day nerves, haven't we? But for obviously other reasons. So it's nice to go in with something to play for. Do we give us a chance? Listen, obviously the fans helped Everton the other night. So City have got the fans in. They're going to get given the trophy as well on Sunday. So listen, they're going to be on a high as well. Final home game of the season for them as champions. But Everton know what they have to do, Michael. It's as simple as that. Not get beat. Hopefully Arsenal get beat. In fact, go for the 3 points. And as I say, if results go our way, we're playing in Europe next season. There's still a chance if we don't get into the Europa League, we could get into that Conference League, which I'm not being funny for me. For me, Michael, it's Europa League or nothing. I can't be arsed with that conference shite. So.
Well, let's just talk about how we're going to get into the Europa League then, John. So West Ham need to lose at home. I think they're at home. And Everton need to beat Manchester City. The goal difference is 16 goals. So what we need is for West Ham to lose 8-0 and for us to win 8-0 for us to go in. And I think even then they still get in on goals scored. So to be honest, I think you can kiss Europa League goodbye, mate, to be honest. I love your optimism. Fucked it. That's what it is.
I mean, Arsenal play Brighton as well. They're still in the mix. Arsenal's home record, Michael, is just as bad as ours, I think. If not as bad, it's a bad home record. They've got Brighton, and listen, Brighton have had a good season. I think they've just cemented their 4th or 5th season on the run in the Premier League, or something like that. So, listen, they're going to want to go out on a high as well. And if Arsenal put another poor performance at home, that would be one result that goes our way. So it's a massive, massive game. I just hope, Michael, that the players do realise what's at stake on Sunday and just not show up like they've done many, many times this season. It's our cup final now. It's 90 minutes of football. It's a one-off game. Let's go there and go for the win. City will have one eye on Wednesday's Champions League final. But listen, we all know City, whatever team they put out on Sunday, is going to be better than ours. Their first 11, even if it's their second or third team, is going to be better than our best 11. So go there, put a performance in, see what we can get out the game. But as you say, it's good to go into this game, Michael, because 4-6 weeks ago we were talking about Champions League. Our run of form since then, especially at home, has been absolutely fucking piss poor. Imagine if I seen someone talking yesterday on Sky, and they said if Everton would have beat even Sheffield United, but in Europe, it's fine margins. It's stupid that the games we've lost this season, you turn 2 of them defeats at home into 2 wins. We're not having this conversation about Sunday because we've got European football cemented. So listen, hopefully they won't let us down. One more game, a 90-minute one-off game. Go there, get the 3 points, and we see what happens.
Yeah, so obviously, if we win and Spurs lose, I think even if we get a draw and Spurs lose, we would qualify for the Europa Conference Cup. Now, obviously, Europa League, in my opinion, it's never going to happen. We're never going to pull that round. But would you be happy going into this third-tier European competition bearing in mind that there is some very good teams going to be in it.
Yeah.
Some teams that have played in Champions League football in recent years.
You see, no one really knows the rules of this shitty cup that we could be going into, because we all know teams who drop out the Champions League go into the Europa League. So is it teams who come out the Europa League, do they drop into this Conference League? You know, it's wrong that you do that. You get knocked out the FA Cup, you can't drop straight back into the Carabao Cup. Once you're out of a competition, you should be out. I haven't really looked at the league with what you've just said there. You know, it's going to be tough to get into the Europa League. So obviously, I said I didn't want that shitty cup. But if that is our only chance of European football next season, then you'd have to take it. What I will add to that, though, Michael, is we need a bigger squad. We need more quality brought in, not these 3 players that Carlo's spoken about. You know, it has been many times this season. I've said it on here. I've had to put 2 keepers on the bench. We've had 8 players on the bench instead of 9. If we get into any sort of European football, for me, we need at least 5 players to give us, you know, a good little run in it. We're probably not going to win. As you said there, I think Bayern Leverkusen and Borussia Mönchengladbach, I think, are going to be in it. So, you know, they're teams we've all heard of. They're going to give us a hard game in Europe. We need a better quality of squad. We need better players. And we see where we go. But it will be nice to have European football again, especially Carlo's first season, you know, because I've said it on here and I'm not going to roll back, Michael. I think Carlo's probably cost us the Europa League with some of his decisions. And I'm not saying the players haven't, because it goes hand in hand. The players have been pissed for. He's made some, in my opinion, poor decisions when it's come to team selection, when it's come to tactics, when it comes to substitutions, mixing the fucking team rounds every other week instead of having a settled back 4, back 5, whatever he plays. So he's probably cost us Europa League in a roundabout way as well. He has to get it right on Sunday and we see where we go.
Yeah, fair enough. As you rightly say, Manchester City, you know, they can still play their B team and still beat us. You know,
they play the fucking women's team and beat us.
Yeah. So they can beat us. I think it's a tough ask going to Manchester City and winning. I really do. We have seen Leeds do it. We have seen Brighton come from 2-0 down to beat them the other night.
Yeah, so maybe they have got one eye on the Champions League, Michael. You know, they've got the league sewn up. On Sunday, I'd prefer to be playing a one-off game against one of the teams who were vying for this place for, instead of going to Manchester City as a one-off. So, you know, let us play Tottenham, let us play Arsenal. I'd prefer a one-off game like that against one of these teams who we're relying on to get beat. You know, you give Everton 90 minutes against an Arsenal team who we've beat this season already. Tottenham, first game of the season, we've beat them. You don't know what you're getting with either of them teams. It'd be better if we were playing one of them teams in a one-off cup final. Whoever wins it gets into Europe instead of playing the champions of England. But listen, Man City have had a fantastic season. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a big, big ask. We just need to turn up for the 90 minutes.
Yeah. I don't really want to go on too long with the preview, because I don't think we need to. We all know that it's a game that Everton need to win. You've already sort of told me you're starting 11. Do you make any changes at all to the team that played?
No, you know, I think, you know, from when Everton got that goal the other night, Michael, with the crowd behind him, it was a completely different Everton. Remember Charleston scored that header? It was the Everton, I wouldn't say the Everton of old, because listen, it wasn't a fantastic performance. Pickford still had a great game, you know, making saves. It wasn't fantastic. But we, you know, you could see some sort of confidence coming back, you know. So if we could take that little bit of confidence that we've built up for that 1-0 win the other night and the second half performance, which was better, into the City game, we have half a chance, Michael. But I'm not going to say much more than that, because whatever happens, you know, we could be on a 5-game unbeaten run going into this game, and you know, City can just blow you out the water, Michael. But as you say there, you know, Brighton come back from 2-0 down, got something out the game. Have City got one eye on the Champions League final? I'd like to think so. You know, I don't think you're going to get the players who were playing on Wednesday, or the majority of them. I don't think you're going to get them picked on Sunday. But as you say, they've still got quality to come in.
Yeah. The only person I feel a little bit sorry for by going with the same team is Tom Davies, because I do think he's deserved to play. He certainly deserved to play over Sigurdsson, Allen or Decore. One of them, you know, he's deserved to get in front of. But this is a big game, and I don't.
I
really don't know how it goes.
I mean, I've spoke to you about this, Michael. I'll probably get shot down for this. I've been quite disappointed with Alan for the last couple of weeks, to be fair. For me, out the two, Doucouré's playing a lot better. You know, he's all over the pitch. He carries the ball forward. And I've said to you, what I've noticed with Alan, in a foot race with the opponent next to him, he never ever gets the ball. How many times have you seen a player just running at him and going past him like he's a ghost and he's not there? You don't really get that with Doucouré. So if any of them were going to drop out, it'd be Alan for Tom Davies. What I will say, though, possibly, I think Alan's probably a bit more of a big game player than what Tom is.
Yeah, that's a fair comment.
And we need legs in the midfield, especially against City. You know, so we need a better performance from Alan on Sunday, because if you haven't and you're only leaving it to Doucouré on his own, then City cut you open, Michael. It doesn't matter who they play, and that's what worries me.
Right, score prediction then, John.
1-1. I'm going 1-1 and just hope and pray results go our way.
It's really weird, because if Arsenal win at home and we get a 1-1 draw and Spurs lose, Arsenal qualify for this cup. So it's shit or bust for me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Arsenal have got a poor home record, and they play, as I said before, I think they play. Is it Brighton? Arsenal
Brighton at home, yeah.
So I'm quietly confident Arsenal will get beat. You know, or even if they draw and we draw or something, I still think they go in it. It's the point, isn't it? That 1 point, whether Arsenal win and we draw or we both draw, it's massive. So we need Arsenal to get beat, as you say, and hopefully we can scrape a 1-1 or go for the 3 points.
I'm going 2-1 Everton.
We still need Arsenal to get beat.
No, we don't. No, that's fine. No, it's fine. We'll stay above them then. We
but
qualify.
It's Tottenham, isn't it? It's Tottenham. So
Tottenham.
if Everton win and Tottenham get beat, we qualify.
Yeah, it's that simple. Everton have to win. Tottenham are away at Leicester.
See, Leicester win that for me. And what I will say, what I think could happen, just going off the Everton bit while we're talking about Leicester-Tottenham, if Leicester don't qualify for the Champions League, I think there's a very good chance you could see Mr. Rodgers at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium next season as their manager.
Not a fucking chance.
Don't you think?
Not a chance. I think Tottenham Hotspur. And look, obviously I've done work with a lot of Tottenham fans, Henry and Tobes, and obviously we all know expressions, etc. Holly Agomba, big supporter of the channel. I think Spurs are going to be an absolute fucking free floor. I think I could see it being a David Pleat season next season, 12th or 13th. I really think Spurs are going to struggle, because if Kane does leave, fuck me.
It's a big loss for them. He's up there for the Golden Boot this season, but also I think him and Son have got
top of assists.
Most assists. Him and Son play so well together. So Tottenham not only have to replace Harry Kane, they also have to bring someone in who can have that link-up play with Son. It's a hard bridge to gap that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it will be interesting. Obviously they're not going to stick with Ryan Mason. I think that's pretty obvious. So it will be interesting to see who come in, but we will see what happens with Tottenham next season. But Everton just need to win on Sunday, and we see what happens. I see Leicester beating Tottenham.
We do. Anything else that needs to be added into this preview, John?
Well, I did mention something the other night that this will be my last appearance on the channel. It's just tough with family and the new baby, and I will be on when I can next season, as in when I go the match with Michael for the match reaction straight after, because we do go the game together. But it's just hard to give me time to Michael and the channel with the new baby, and when I'm not in work, the missus is, so I can't come on here, and obviously with work as well. But listen, I just want to say thank you for the support that you've given me since I've come on and stepped. Well, it all started with me just stepping in for Michael for one, and here I am nearly 2 years later. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. I've loved every minute of it. I haven't once not enjoyed it. We've had laughs, you know, we've watched some shit football, and, you know, it's been absolutely fantastic. But just do me a favour, people, carry on supporting Michael, because without Michael, the channel wouldn't exist. It wouldn't exist. And I know Michael said I probably saved the channel when I come on, but for how hard Michael's worked for this channel this year, this season, Michael, in my opinion, would have stuck with the channel. Carry on subscribing to the channel if you're watching this and you don't already, and tell as many people as you can to subscribe to the Blue Boys Network, because Michael this season has smashed it with the new layout. You know, we've got the apps, and there's more apps coming out next season apparently. Carry on supporting Michael. I know it's going to be tough on his own, and I said this to Michael, but, you know, there won't be as many watch-alongs next season because obviously, you know, God will, and we will be back at the game together. So it won't be the last you see of me, but I just can't commit. And, you know, give Michael his due. When I told Michael a few weeks ago that I was thinking of this, Michael's response was, well, I was expecting it before this. So Michael's been absolutely fantastic with me as well, you know, and understands why I've got to do it. But I will be back next season on the odd match reaction outside Goodison, probably piss calling John Moss a cunt again. But, you know, but as I say, thanks very much for your support. You know, not everyone agrees with my rants and everything I say. And listen, that's why I always say it's all about opinions. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I've always give people their opinion. So thanks very much for the support. As I say, you have been really, really good at me since day one. I mean, Michael's always telling me that people are always asking, is John back? Is John back? Is John back? And obviously this goes down to, you know, having another family member now and fitting the time in. And she's growing up now, so she's becoming more demanding. She's 16 weeks next Tuesday, so 4 months. So it's tough, you know, especially with work, going to work at 4 in the morning. But listen, I just want to say thanks to you, Michael, because, you know, I have, you know, if you look back, as you said, my first video, it was absolutely fucking shocking. Do you know what I mean? But I like to think I have got better. I've become more confident. I don't hold back what I say. And I think that's what makes the Blue Boys Network the way me and Michael are. You know, we bounce off each other. We're best mates, you know, forever. You know, I met Michael when I did. But I think what makes the Blue Boys Network is the banter. And me and Michael don't sit on the fence. We say how it is. And, you know, I think that's what makes the Blue Boys Network different to all the other fan channels. You know, people like a rant. People like people who will say their opinion and not sit on the fence and have a pop at the players, have a pop at Carlo, but stick with Michael because the channel is going places. And, you know, I'm sure Michael will ask you people if anyone wants to come on and do a watch along with him or do a video with him. I think he's done something the other week. You know, DM me if you want to be part of the channel. Please do that and help Michael out, because I know how tough it is on your own, especially when I first come on and I was doing it on my own for Michael, and I've done watch alongs on my own and they're really tough. Stick with Michael, stick with the Blue Boys Network, and as I say, you will see me sometimes, but not as often as what you were. So thank you.
No, John, I think from everyone here watching, and really, even for me, you know, it's a bit weird for me because I watch you as in anyone else who's sitting behind their phone or their tablet or their monitor or whatever watches you. And sometimes I can be in awe of what you say and the way that you say it. And usually it's good. Sometimes it's bad, but sometimes. And you are the most passionate Blue I know. You are one of my closest, dearest friends. You are family. And I always said, and I've said it to you privately, I've said it to everyone publicly, family will always come first. This channel means nothing when it's all about family. And the channel's going to change next year. There's no doubt about it. Whether it goes right or wrong, it's changing. The channel is going to be more dynamic. There's going to be more people on it. There's going to be different shows at different times, at different set days. You're not just going to see me every single day. You're going to see people taking over the Blue Boys Network. It might not even be called the Blue Boys Network. But what I'm saying is, John, for everyone who's watched you for the last 20 months. And from me, thank you.
You're very welcome. And do you know what, Michael? I was just thinking when you were speaking then, without the channel, I wouldn't have met you. That's the whole top and bottom of it, because, you know, just before I come on, I followed you. I seen you got a lot of shit, personal abuse. And as you've always said, I had your back, I DM'd you, you know, and, you know, I felt sorry for you, Michael, because the shit that you got, you know, people think it's easy to sit in front of a camera and say, and I'm telling you now, the abuse that me and you have had, it's from people who haven't got the bollocks to do what we do. And it is, you know, because they don't realize how hard it is, you know. And listen, it's been 100 times harder for you, because you're the brains behind the channel. You do all the setup. All you do is send me a link and I copy and paste the link. That's all I do. You do everything. But without the channel, you know, I wouldn't know you, you know. So I'm glad I started following you. I'm glad I supported you when I wasn't on the channel and had your back, you know, and argued on your behalf as well by telling people to stop the fucking personal abuse, leave it alone, grow some fucking bollocks and blah, 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 and why don't you try it? You know, without all that, I wouldn't know yet. I wouldn't be going to your wedding next month and be part of it. And, you know, and it's been a privilege, as I say, but the biggest thing for me to come out the channel, even though I've enjoyed every minute of it, was meeting you, you know. And as you say there, it's family, and, you know, we're family and we're friends, and we're going to be family and forever. Do you know what I mean? So me not being on the channel doesn't change a thing. And when I was deciding what I was going to do with the channel, Michael, that was one of my worries, because I didn't know how you'd be, whether, you know, whether we would speak as often and stuff and all that. But I think you put me right in that, because believe it or not, I'm quite a worrier. Michael will tell you that, you know, I worry about everything and everything, you know, and my mind works overtime. And what you see on the camera is the John that wasn't like this 20 months ago. You know, I was quiet, you know, and I did speak my mind, but I've got confidence. But again, that's down to the channel. And without the channel and without Michael understanding where I was coming from, that was my big worry. But, you know, Michael said to me, family and friends always come first, and the channel's just a little part of our life.
Yeah. There you go. I'm surprised you're not crying. Fucking hell.
Nah.
And anyway, look, he's got this newfound confidence now, everyone. He's got this confidence now, but he still knows I'll knock him out in a heartbeat. No problem at all. Take his fucking head clean.
You got to catch me first, and the fucking size of you can't run.
Not a fucking. I would have no problem catching you. We know it. Yeah. Look, and just to sort of add on the final thing. Obviously, there's been a huge campaign lately about online abuses, and there's been a huge campaign for equality in football, etc. And it's right that there is. You know, there's right that there is, but you know, there is a line, and I think it's very fine. And I'm fortunate now that actually, I don't think anyone really crosses the line particularly. I mean, me and Cal Blundell now, I mean, he's like a co-host and he's only in the comments, me and Cal Blundell. It's outrageous. Jez Bish is there talking about having a go at my missus, and I'm there talking about having a go on his mum. You know, it's so good how it is right now. And it's, the channel's
you don't get the banter on any other channel, and I think that's what makes the Blue Boys Network. It really does. You know, there's been times on here where for 40 minutes I've heard Michael turn around and say, "Fucking hell, we better start commenting on the game here," because we just go off on one about banging each other's mums and fucking birds and what have you,
and curry beef.
Yeah, but that's what makes the Blue Boys Network, and I think that's why the subs have gone absolutely through the roof. I don't think they watch it for the actual watch along football related. Do you know what I mean? And I just hope that whoever you get on the channel, I just hope that you can have that same report, or you know. And listen, I think that the subs will always follow you, Michael, and it's only going to go from strength to strength. Just a shame I can't be part of it, but I've given you me reasons, which you know you understand.
No, it's fine. And look, we've got some great people coming on this channel. Because there isn't just one co-host, there'll be lots of different people. It is going to be a network. It's going to be a community. It will be better because they won't just have to look at me or you, obviously, for the the foreseeable. They'll see a group of people that care about football, and that's the most important thing. So, guys, I'm leaving it there. It's been a pleasure, and John.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is the last time I ever speak to you. See you later.
Cheers, folks. Thank you.
Can't swear too much because
John Moss can fuck off the fucking cunt.
What the fuck's that? What is that?
Oh my God. I tell you, oh fuck me, what's happened here?
Fucking hell. Who do you think you are?
I'll fucking jump through this phone and smash your fat head in. I've just signed Jamie Carragher's son. Jesus. Hope he's got a deeper voice than Jamie. Jesus Christ, his voice goes through me. Shut up!
And we've got the CEO of fucking Weight Watchers on the Blue Boys Network.
Absolutely.
Right, this is me Auntie June, yeah? Say hello, Auntie June. That's me Auntie June. I haven't seen her for ages. Because I couldn't be doing with that shit. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, there he is. I'm not doing that, John. Like, I point blank refuse, John.
You can't fucking do it because you're that big. Come on!
Jesus.
Still season away from home, that's it.
Honestly, God, if we played every game away from home, we'd be in the top 4 every year.
Well, if you look at the games that we've lost...
I tell you what, don't build a fucking brand new more. Just tell every team we'll play them twice at their place, fuck it.
Honestly, God, I'm going to sit here now, and I reckon Fabian Delp's shagging his daughter, and he's got a fucking hold on him.
Brilliant.
The Finch Farm, everybody, and another story that has broken the last couple of minutes. Everton are on the verge of signing Rick Helmy. He was seen today in Kirby in the chippy with no socks on, apparently. I have looked into this rumour. And
What a space he's got! Joe Mansadini! For fuck's sake, get over!
Everton, cop heights a cop. Won't say that. Got me scarf to throw on me.